Today we will be discussing anatomical theater. The anatomical theater was an institution of learning that occurred during the late 16th century and lasted until the 19th century. The theater was a public lesson for students during the Carnival. These anatomical theaters are almost like amphitheaters in that the dissection table was in the middle, with seating arranged almost completely surrounding the dissection table in the middle. So it could be said that the dissection table was the stage, whereas the seating could hold the audience. At the dissection table, an anatomy professor would basically be teaching the students. Another person, the surgeon, would be there to perform the dissection. What would happen was that the anatomy professor would explicate about a certain topic of anatomy, while the surgeon will be demonstrating what the anatomy is explicating through his cutting and the dissection of the cadaver. Now, the cadaver was usually that of a recently executed criminal, preferably hung. Anatomical theaters are interesting in that they were an attempt to fuse entertainment and art with science and education. The theater aspect, the entertainment aspect, enticed many students who were interested in seeing the dissection of cadaver, while the anatomy professor will provide educational commentary. The designs of these theaters are interesting in that they are reminiscent of Greek and Roman amphitheaters. Also in anatomical theaters, such as the one in Bologna, there is heavy decorations such as sculptures of personas symbolizing medicine and science. Artists such as Ercole Lelli became inspired by these public anatomy lessons and created anatomical sculptures in response to the surge of interest in anatomy.
Okay, class. Today we will be studying the leg muscles in conjunction with the abdominal muscles and the area above the rectal region. Okay? Now first, at the muscle above the rectal region. Yes? Do you notice this? Now look closely at how I make the incision. After I make the incision, notice just spread out through the entire body. Yes? Now, let's make another cut right here. And then I'm going to slowly cut on the veins.
Anatomical wax models, such as that of Ercole Lilly, serve two functions: aesthetic and scientific functions. Let's first look at the Adam and Eve wax models by Lilly. First, notice that they stand in contrapposto, a very classical stature. Also notice how Adam is raising his arm, as if trying to shield himself from something above. His overall posture seems very fearful and disgraced. Eve, similarly, also is looking down in disgrace. Now let's look at Lilly's skinned men. These models are both on another physical and metaphysical layer compared to the Adam and Eve models. Once again, they stand in classical contrapposto. They seem to be reminding us of damnation and hell, hence the way they are raising their arms as if in fear of something. Also the fact that they are skinned also reminds us of flailing, or the actor removing the skin. The idea of flailing seems very cruel and torturous to us, so we are reminded of hell and the final damnation that awaits us. Finally, we move on to the skeleton wax models. Once again, Lilly moves on to another layer of the physical and the metaphysical. This wax model once again serves a scientific function, while at the same time the Grim Reaper-esque look with the scythe reminds us of our mortality and our imminent deaths.
Oh, when you're down and looking for some cheering up, Then just head right on up to the Candy Mountain Cave. When you get inside, you'll find yourself a cheery land, such a happy and joy-filled and perky Maryland. They've got lollipops and gummy drops and candy things, oh so many things that will brighten up your day. It's impossible to wear a frown in Candy Town. It's the mecca of love, the Candy Cave. They've got jelly beans and coconuts with little hats, candy rats, chocolate bats. It's so wonderful.